Good evening, everyone. I pray you all had a blessed and amazing day on today. I hope you all had a blessed day at work. And those of you who are at home, retired, I pray that you all had an amazing day on today. Okay, everybody, we thank you all for tuning in and being with us as we get ready to go into tonight's teaching. Now, we're going to go right back to Acts chapter 12, and tonight's title is still going to be You Are Free. So let's go ahead and I'm going to read a couple of scriptures that I'm going to be coming from on tonight. And we're coming from the book of Acts chapter 12. And I'm going to look more so at verse 9 and also through verse 17. But for those of you who will be following along with this teaching, I ask that you just go back and read that whole entire chapter so that way you can really see the full, if you wasn't with us on Sunday, you can really get the full, complete story of what takes place in the book of Acts chapter 12. Okay, everybody, I'm going to read these two passages and then I'll go right on into some notes. This is Acts chapter 12, verse 9, and it reads, "So he went out and followed him," talking about Peter following the angel, and he did not know that what was done by the angel was real. So y'all hold tight. Let me go back. Let's do this one more time. So he went out and followed him and did not know that what was done by the angel was real, but thought that he was seeing a vision. Let's go to chapter 17. Verse 17, I'm sorry. And verse 17 says, but motioning to them with his hands to keep silent, he declared to them how the Lord had brought him out of the prison. And he said, go tell these things to James and to the brethren. And he departed and went to another place. Okay, everybody, let's go right on into this. You are free. So tonight, y'all, I want you, and this is a spinoff from Sunday, but what we're going to really see that I need somebody to get this on tonight, because somebody, you may be in a situation, you're dealing with a circumstance, an issue right now in your life personally, and for somebody, you might be saying to yourself, can God really deliver me out of this? Can the Lord really pull me through this? Can the Lord get me out of this so that way I can put me on the right track? Well, I need somebody to understand on tonight that yes, the Lord can and he will. All he needs for you and I, especially for those of you, whoever this word is for. And tonight, this word may not be for everyone. Someone else, you might be in a different area of your life. But for somebody on tonight, you need to be free out of something, whether issue, circumstance, whatever it might be, dilemma, whatever it may be, you need to be free from that. And I need this word to bring faith to you as you mix your faith with God's word, so that way you can know that truly God can free you for whatever it is that you might be dealing with. So when we see this, and let me say this before I go any further, somebody, you truly need to know that God still can do the impossible. Just because you don't hear a lot of miracle signs and wonders, you don't hear a lot of testimonies going on, that don't mean that God still is not working. So for somebody, you really need to know tonight that yes, God he's still in the healing business. He's still in the delivering business. He's still in saving people. He's still in the business of bringing people out of situations, issues, circumstances, even dilemmas, even freeing people out of certain things that they could not even free themselves from. It could be addiction. It could be whatever individuals may be going through. God still can and he still will bring you out of it. And when he bring you out of it, he's bringing you out fully delivered, free, and set free. As the scripture says, one of my go-to scriptures is, who the Son set free is free indeed. And that free indeed means, look, you are indeed, you truly free. So for somebody tonight, you need to understand that, yes, God really wants many of you out there, whoever this word is for, to trust him, believe what his word is saying, what he does, what he already accomplished, and that he can and will do some things for you in your life. So let's go back to verse 9 and let's see. Let me pull out a few things what stuck out to me in verse 9. So what we can also see in verse 9 is, whoever this word is for, you may question the way God is using to free you from your current situation. Please, I need somebody to hear this. Somebody right now, you might be looking at and saying, okay, God, just like Peter, when Peter was being freed out of that holding cell, out of that prison, to Peter, it didn't seem real. And he To him, it probably looked like, is this the right way to be going? Somebody on tonight, I really believe that the Lord is pointing this out to share with somebody. Just because it don't look like the way you would probably go about doing things, that don't mean that God is not going to accomplish whatever it is that he's about to accomplish for you through your life. It might look crazy, it might look foolish, but long as the Lord is in there with you and he's ready to pull you out of that thing, and that's the way he's going to do it, let him do it. You just co-sign with him and roll with God, because watch this. He's going to do it, and see, why is he going to do it that way? And he's doing it in a manner to where it seems either crazy or foolish or even unbelievable, even to you, just like it was for Peter. The Lord had shown a bright light came and was shown in the cell that Peter was in, and now also the angel was in there with Peter. But now look, to Peter, this thing could have very well have looked like it was, what is this? Is this thing real? Just like somebody on tonight, whoever this word is coming to talk to on tonight, it could look foolish to you what God is about to do and the way how he's about to go about doing this thing. But as long as God is in there with you and it's him who's doing it, you go with him. I'm going to say it again. It might look foolish or even crazy. It might even look unbelievable to you. But long as God is pulling you that way, you go that way. And long as you're going that way, he's not going to disappoint you for whoever you are tonight. I loved what I saw that in when the Holy Spirit, I believe, pointed that out to me in verse 9 this morning. Just looking at that it probably looked crazy. Because look, he's thinking, what is this? Is this thing real? Somebody right now, you've been questioning this thing. Lord, you want me to go this way? Is this, Lord, this way here? It don't seem like it's going to be the right way that we need to be going. But God is he's showing somebody that if you follow me and you go this way, I know it's going to look foolish. I know it's going to look crazy to you and also to others, but I'm going to deliver you this way. Watch this. Why is God going to do it that way that don't seem like it's the right way? But it actually is. But why is he going to go about it that way? Because he know that he's about to send, just like he did Peter. He sent Peter back to the others so that way he can tell the other people how God delivered him. So that way it could increase their faith, increase their confidence, that way their trust in God will also grow and explode as well, just like Peter. And see that for somebody on tonight, God is really the way how he's going to go about it is that he's about to do for you through your life. See, he's going to set you up to where other people are going to want to know, how did you get there? How was you able to accomplish that? And when you begin to tell people, it's going to probably behoove them or even sound foolish to them. But see, when you really get and you start diving on in and you really start giving the meat and the potatoes about how God did this thing for you, when you start sharing all of the things of how from start to finish, and see, when you start explaining and telling everything, it will cause others to probably look like, wow. But I need somebody that's what God wants anyway, because see, he's trying to stir up other people's faith as well. But he had to find the right one who he could use to go through that. See, God, he couldn't pick anybody to go through that, because anybody else outside of Peter, they may not have made it, or they could have folded up under that weight or that pressure. But God strategically called for Peter, or allowed Peter's name to come up. See, this thing, it just wasn't, randomly. No, Herod knew who he wanted. He got James first, and then after he saw how the Jews felt about that when he got James, and they was happy about it, okay, go get Peter. So it was strategic. That's why for somebody on tonight, you probably been looking at, why am I going through this? It's strategic. The Lord purposely allowed your name to come up. Many of you right now, your name has already come up. Why did your name come up? Clearly, if we stick to what the scriptures are showing, God was trying to get favor and also blessings and a testimony to Peter so he can bring strength and also encouragement to the church. What is God trying to give to you so that way also you can be a blessing to others? What is it? What is that circumstance, that issue, or that situation? What is it that God is getting ready to try to free you from? He's not just trying to free you, just like he didn't just try to free Peter. He freed Peter, but he freed Peter with an objective in mind. Peter, when I free you, now when you go back and read verse 17, look at what it says. Now he told him, go and tell James. Now also go tell the other brethren. See, this thing, Peter couldn't just keep that to himself. Somebody on tonight, whatever it is that you've been going through, that thing that you need to be freed from, when God finally free you from that and finally get you to the other side or pull you through that thing, he needs you to go and tell others. Share that testimony. You're only one spoke in the wheel, but God is the overall wheel, and he wants many of you to share about him. Show it and let other people know that, yes, he's still in the saving business, the delivering business, the healing business. He's still about giving promotions. He's still about blessing others. He's still about doing those things. And see, that's why when he do it for you, don't be ashamed of him. Tell about it for whoever it is I'm talking to on tonight. So here we go. So as we continue to look at that, and we see that some of you may feel, and you may even want to question, is this way that God is using to free whoever you are from your current situation? You might be feeling like, or wonder, is this the right way? And you may even wonder if you're going in the right direction. Some of y'all probably feeling like you may even have to deal with your own personal feelings about the way God is, he's even leading you. You're probably dealing with so much even in your own mind, and see things you because it's uncommon. And see, for many of you, that's why the Lord, he strategically chose whoever you are, whoever I'm speaking to on tonight, your situation right now, what God is getting ready to free, whoever this is for, he's getting ready to free whoever you are. It's uncommon. You've done heard other people throughout your lifetime. You done heard other people receiving blessings or healing or deliverance or being free from certain things. But now for you, your situation look like it's different from everybody else. And see, God already knew that. And so what it is now, he's ready. He's trying to encourage you. He's trying to bring strength to you. He's also trying to build your faith. He's also trying to build your trust in him even more, because he's saying that when he bring you out of this, like he did Peter, he's about to shift you and have you to tell other people, so that way they're going to be able to know this thing. They're going to be able to know that it was God who was behind everything to bring you out. It was none of your doing. It was all nobody but the Lord who brought you through. And see, you're going to have to even deal with your own personal thoughts about the way God is going about it. Because see, it's going to be uncommon. It's not going to be done in a common factor like, look, the Lord sent Joe Blow over there to come and pay the bill for you, or to come and open up the door for you, or XYZ. See, it was God himself who made things happen. And see, for many of you all, that's just how awesome and how amazing God is ready to do some things for whoever you are out there. He's ready to do it on that level, because he wants other people to know that he still can do what the people need for him to do. All he needs for them to do is trust him. Come on, somebody. Whoever you are, continue to keep trusting him, believe him. Go back and read this word so that way you can see it. You got something to stand on. So also with that being said, let's keep going. Let's look at this. So you may even feel like the way that God is leading you is you're going to have your own personal thoughts. This way to you will even be uncommon. It's going to cause you to it's going to be unheard of, if you will, because this thing it don't just happen every day. But it's going to have you you're going to have to fight against your own personal and mental thoughts, your own personal feelings. But you're going to have to continue to go whichever way God is pulling you to go through. That's the way you're going to have to go, because that's the way that as you continue to keep going. Watch this. Look at what the scripture lets us know about Peter. As soon as Peter continued to follow that angel, watch this. It says that he brought him past the guards. Then it also brought him past the doors. But then also, and the more he kept following the angel, it's almost like it got easy. It was no fight. And see, the way that God want to pull many of you all through, see, he's about to take the fight out of that thing for some of y'all. What should have fought against you, he's now about to, because he's pulling you through this. And as he's leading you out of whatever it is that you have been going through, everything that could have fought you, he's going to lay it down. He's going to put it to sleep. Just like them guards. They were still left right there asleep while the Lord was steady pulling Peter on through. Then when they got to the main gate for them to go into the main square of the city, watch this. It said that the door It opened up on his own accord. Nobody but the Lord could have opened that door. Peter didn't have to do anything but obey and follow that angel. And as soon as Peter was in true alignment with the angel, because he continued to follow, Peter didn't get hysterical, because now he didn't have that thing to where, man, is this thing true or not? Even when he got past them guards, Peter just followed somebody. Whoever I'm talking to him tonight, just follow the Lord. If that's the way he's pulling you, just follow him. He's pulling you that way, it's for a reason. Because he's pulling you that way because the things that you probably used to would have to fight with, he's about to put it to sleep. He's about to lay this thing down, so that way, when he's finally bringing you through that way, the stuff that you probably thought or should have came up against you, it's not going to do it this time. That's why he's saying, for whoever you are, come on, keep going, as he's continuing to shift many of you to your next place. So as he's continuing to do this, please just stay focused, just stay in alignment. And as you continue to stay focused and also stay in alignment, now that's going to keep you wherever that angel went. Peter followed right behind him. Things was opening for him. The doors were opening for him. The guards were asleep. Nobody, even when the chains fell off his arm, the guards were probably so much in a deep sleep, they didn't even hear it. And now nobody knew but just the angel and Peter. And now as the door was opening, they moved right on past any obstacle, anything that could have gotten his way. God moved it out of the way or had it to be asleep, so that way Peter and them could move forward. Somebody, I can't pull off of that one yet. Somebody, you need to keep going. Don't worry about what's there. God's saying, I got that thing that's there. All I need you to do is keep following me. Because that thing that's there, I'm going to either lay it to rest or I'm going to lay it down, and then I'm going to open up a door that way you're going to be able to walk right past that thing that's there. I'm going to pull you past it. And you're going to be able to get to where I need you to go because you're on assignment. That's the main key for whoever you are. Peter was on assignment. And see, even though Herod wanted to rewrite Peter's story, the Lord got involved and he didn't let Herod rewrite it. If anything, because Herod did what he was able to do to Peter. Now watch this. The Lord, he did allow him to do some things, but now all it did was just enhance or blow up Peter even the more. That's what it did. See, for somebody, you've been wondering why things was going the way how it's going. It's because the Lord, you was about to get it like this. You was about to blow up like this. But now because other obstacles or other things that tried to get in your way, now what it is, all it's doing is adding more to you. And now it's going to make you even more valuable. So now what the Lord going to do, he's instead of blowing you up like this, he's going to really blow you up. So just keep going. He see it. He saw it. He heard everything. Nothing get past him. He's about to get many of you all to that place where you can finally say you are free. And see, and when you say you are free, you're going to be able to say, I'm free indeed. It don't matter if it could be with your finances, in relationships, with jobs, with promotions, ministry, whatever many of you, whoever this word is for, whatever you're dealing with, he's going to free you. He's going to do it. The Lord is going to be the one to do this. Let me give you all a few more, then we're going to close on tonight. But also, as we continue to look at this, I need many of you to understand something. That what Peter was about to experience and go through, God, this thing right here, it was not short of a miracle. This thing was not short of a miracle. What Peter was going through was uncommon. It was also unheard of. And what we see now, that this just don't happen. And see, somebody, you're going to have the testimony that whatever the Lord is about to bring or free whoever you are through this, it's going to come to you in a miracle form. And how it's going to be done, it's going to be done in such a manner to where it's going to be uncommon, it's going to be unheard of. It's going to even behoove you for whoever the Lord is going to do it for. It's going to behoove you. And see, many of you right now, you're gonna have to be able to contain yourself. You're gonna have to hold back the tears. Many of you, because God, he's pulling you through something and finally freeing you out of something that you didn't even have no control in it. You didn't have anything to do with you going into that thing. All you know is you ended up in there like Peter, but then you didn't even have nothing to do with you even coming out of that thing. It was all God's plan to get many of you for what it is that he's getting ready to do for whoever you are out there. So please remember and understand that God is getting ready to do this for whoever you are. And when we look back, and then also to tie into that verse 9, when you look back and you begin to read verse 8 through 10, all that's still tied in with verse 9 is all dealing with the angel and how the angel was able to give Peter directives, and he followed it. And see, for somebody, you're going to have to make sure that whatever that directives come from, and see, many of you, the Lord now in this season, you just don't know how God is going to do it. See, the Lord could very well put the right person in your sphere, or you could be in somebody else's sphere, and now God could, through that man or that woman, wherever you at, whether on the job, ministry, wherever you in the marketplace, wherever you at, the Lord could easily have somebody to say the right words to you to give you a directive. And see, that directive can possibly lead you to a place or be the beginning of you being freed from whatever it is that you might be going through. So in this season, please don't negate if somebody give you a directive, and now especially you know that this thing is really hitting you in your spirit, and you know that what you're hearing is this thing. Look, nobody else knew, but now God is speaking through somebody. Take that. You better take it and roll with it, because that's possibly God letting you know that, hey, I'm giving you a directive. Now, when you obey and you follow this, now I'm going to continue to open doors, the next door, or I'm going to move out your way the next thing, until I finally get you to that place of completeness, to where you truly and finally free out of everything that you may have been going through. It's going to look like a miracle. It's going to look like a miracle. So God will also save and deliver you like this, because you have purpose. Just like Peter. How come the Lord did it for Peter like this? All because the Lord gave Peter a purpose. And as soon as Peter got freed, look at what we just read in verse 17. Go tell James, and also go tell the other brethren. But Peter got back on, he went right back to doing what God chose him as a disciple many years before Christ, when Christ came and chose them. He went right back to now ministering, building the people, teaching the people. He went right back to his assignment. And for whoever I'm talking to on tonight, God is he's getting ready to either align you, or he's getting ready to push you further into your assignment. But now he's ready to bring much more needed strength to you, and not only strength to you, but he's also going to strengthen you, so that way you will also be more equipped to be able to give strength to others. So I'll say it to you like this. He's ready to pour in you, so that way you can begin to pour into others. And see, but in order for you to be able to pour, you got to have something in you to be able to pour. And so that's what God is doing. He in prison, for that time, that short span of time that Peter was in prison, God was pouring into Peter. As he was pouring into Peter, now when Peter is freed, now Peter got something that he can begin to pour out. And see, many of you, that's why you had to go through what you had to experience or go through, because God has given you more, so that way he's pouring into you, because he's looking for you to go and pour into other people. And as long as he's pouring in you, keep pouring, as he continues to keep shifting and leading you. So somebody, you may feel like God isn't with you in this situation, but I'm here to tell you, he is with you. Let me say that I'm going to say that again. Somebody tonight, you may have been feeling like God wasn't with you, but you have to understand, look at Peter. The Lord didn't tell Peter he was going into that situation, and the Lord didn't even let Peter know he was going to deliver him out of that situation. All Peter did, he went, when he was called for it, they seized him. Peter went right on and just went right on with it. And because he went right on with it, the Lord already had a plan in place that, Peter, you just go through this. But while you're going through this, I'm doing something else on the other side of this. Go through this. I'm going to pour into you. And this is the way how I'm using to get you. And matter of fact, Peter, when you go through this, one of your enemies, Peter, I'm going to, on the other side of this, I'm going to take care of that enemy. But I need you to go through this right now. Go through this. And because Peter went through it, God finally, and he stayed there and allowed God to bring him out of that thing. That's all she wrote. And see, for somebody on tonight, that's what the Lord is, that's what he's doing. He's shifting many of you. He's preparing you for your next level, for the next stage, for that next, whatever it is that he's getting ready to shift or do for you in your life. Okay, y'all, one more that I believe we're going to close on tonight. How you should know that God is with you. How should you know that God is with you? The reason why many of you should know that God is with you is for this simple fact right here. And we said it on Sunday. He allowed you to come into that thing, and that thing, it didn't take you out. That's how you should know that God is with you. Because when you finally went into it, look at James. Let's go back to James. As soon as James was seized and he went into that thing, it took him out. But as soon as Peter was seized and Peter went into it, it didn't take him out. So because it didn't take Peter out in the beginning, now that means that God's hand was all on this one. It was time for James. It was James' time. But now for Peter, the Lord said, no, we got to hold tight on Peter. I'm not done with him yet. And see, for somebody, you need to understand that because you came into this thing and it didn't take you out, God's hand is still upon your life. He's still working on some things. He's still doing some things through you, for you, and also preparing whatever. He's preparing you for the place as well as he's preparing you for the place. See, the place got to be prepared for you, for your character, for who you are, as well as you got to be prepared for that place as well. It's dual. Both the place and you both got to be prepared. You got to be a match for where it is or whatever it is that God is getting ready to do in your life as he's continuing to shift you and move you forward. Somebody tonight, as we get ready to close, I don't know whoever you are tonight, but understand and know that you are free, and God is getting ready to pull many of you from whatever those things may have been that was trying to hold you captive, that was trying to block you or get in your way. It's not blocking you. God only got you there for a season. What is God doing? While you are there, he's growing you up, because, see, you got to remember, see, the thing, it didn't take you out. And because God didn't give it the authority, it could have taken Peter out, but God didn't give it the authority to take him out. Why? Because he's saying, I still got more work. Peter, you still got more purpose here on earth that I need to do through you. So being that I'm still not done with you yet, Peter, keep going. And as Peter kept going, he continued to do his purpose and his assignment, just like many of you on tonight. Keep doing your purpose. Keep doing your assignment. And if you don't know your purpose, you don't know your assignment, now's the time for you to really have your one-on-one with God and just talk to him. Just like you talking to somebody who you love, whether it's your parents, grandparents, siblings. Hey, it could be your mentor, whoever you can really talk to and you really have that connection with. That's how you talk to the Lord. It's just you can't say the wrong thing. Just all God wants you to do is give him your heart. Just talk to him. Even if you shed a tear, even if you be frustrated, you be upset, God already know. He just wants you to, will you share it with me? And when you share your thoughts, your feelings, your hopes, your desires with him, y'all come on one accord, he'll even begin to share his hopes, his desires for you. What Jeremiah 29:11 says, I know the thoughts that I think towards you, thoughts of peace, not of evil, but a plan to give you a future and a hope. But how you find that out unless you come to him and ask him, and truly ask him, and believe him when you come asking. Okay, everybody, I believe my time is up on tonight. Just know that we love you. I thought I would get a little deep, a little further in my notes, but unfortunately, hey, we just have to save the rest for the next time. But I hope something was said to help shift, to help encourage, to help bring, increase your faith, your hopes, your desires, to bring strength to whoever this word was for tonight. Don't quit. Keep going, because you are already free. And my last thing I'll say to you, that you are already free, because it didn't take you out. That just means now you're having to catch up with what God's word already spoke over your life. He already declared you being free. Now you in this earth realm, you having to live to catch up to what is already taking place in the spirit realm. Okay, everybody, I love you till we do this again. God bless you all. I love you all. Have a blessed rest of this evening. And maybe, hey, we back at, we had to push that time forward. So everybody get used to this time. Make sure you get much rest so that we can be well ready for the next day. Okay, everybody, God bless you all. Have a blessed evening.